Hey everybody! So normally I do my lives inside. Oh gosh, I need a nap. But I figured you might be able to see me better out here, and Hannah's napping, so I get worked up and I'm trying to be quiet. But anyway, so I forced myself to go outside this time, so if I do get loud and passionate, then she won't hear me. Alright, so last weekend, also forgive this. Today's been crazy, yesterday was crazy, so this is what you get. But anyway, so last weekend I was at an event for my company, as you probably know, and a lot of what we talked about was because of this business, and then people would tell their stories and what has changed because of this business. So I felt like I should share with you guys. I just think so many of us have dreams and hopes and wishes and all of that for our lives, and I just really want to share with you what's going on in my life, because I know a lot of you are following my journey, and I appreciate you so much for giving me your time and supporting me. When you support me, you support a small business, and you're helping me feed my family, so you don't understand how much I really, really appreciate that. But I just wanted to talk about because of my company. So 4 years ago, I joined this business, and basically I haven't shut up about it since, as you probably know if you've been following me long enough. But I really realized, I started jotting it down, and I really realized just how much of an impact that this opportunity has had on my life. So first, above all else, this amazing support system that I've created. I know, as we get older, and especially when you get married and you have kids and you reach all these milestones and all these changes happen in your life, it's really hard to make friends. It's really hard to make friends. So drop a 1 in the comments if you think it's really flippin' hard to make friends as an adult. It's hard to find people you have commonalities with. It's hard to find people you get along with, and some of us just hang out with the same people just because it's convenient. It's crazy. So being an adult is crazy, but this amazing support system, it's crazy when you find your passion. First of all, when you find something that you're passionate about, you just get so fired up. But if you're around people that don't have any passions or don't have similar passions as you, that fire seems to just it tends to just fizzle out. So being around like-minded men and women who are so driven, it pushes me so hard. These people want what I want and more, and they are reaching those goals very quickly, and it pushes me to want to dream bigger and reach for those goals as well. And not only that, but going to this event, because we're all over the world, so going to this event, we get to see each other and bond in person, and it just really hit home to me how amazing these people are. They just want the best for you. It does not matter if they're making $1 million a year. It does not matter if they just started yesterday. Everyone just wants the best for you. And I have never been in a company where all the way up to the top, and I'm talking the CEO, the beginner of it all, wanted my dreams to come true as much as I do. Never in my life. In fact, up until recently, I always worked for people who didn't even know who I was. And I'm talking people that I interacted with regularly had no idea who I was. It's crazy. So it's so refreshing and almost mind-blowing to be in a company where all of a sudden, all the way up to the CEO, they just cheer you on every step of the way. They do not care who you are. They do not care where you come from. They do not care what you look like, what you sound like. They don't care. They don't care how much money you make. They don't care what car you drive. They don't care what clothes you're wearing. They just want you to succeed and be happy. And that is so amazing, especially as a young adult. We're trying to figure things out, and having support is so important. So, and genuine support. I've talked about that before on my Motivational Monday, so check those out. But, okay, so that's the first thing. Also, this company has given me hope. So if you've ever struggled with anxiety or depression, drop a 2 in the comments if you feel comfortable, just so I know, we're a community, and I want us to be able to communicate with each other and bond. So drop a 2. But this company, John and I, if you don't know, John and I have been together, I think 11 or 12 years. So since high school. And I remember when When I joined this company 4 years ago, I remember him telling me, I have never seen you happier than you are now. And for someone who struggles, and I've struggled for as long as I can remember, with just mental health, to finally feel like that weight, oh my gosh, it's hard to describe if you've never felt it. I'm sure a lot of you have. That weight on your chest, to just feel it lift off because you have finally the support system you need and finally have hope for your future. And then have someone that you've known pretty much your whole life tell you that like now they see what it's like when you're happy. That in that moment I decided I was never leaving this company. I don't care what happens, I'm never leaving. But what I mean by hope also is just like when you work a 9 to 5, you make a fixed income, right? And so like usually you can predict every week or every other week or every month, depending on when you're paid, you're probably going to make the same amount of money. And so when you're working like that, you're just going to work when you need to, leaving when you can, going to work when you need to, leaving when you can. And sometimes it comes home with you. If you're a teacher, you're probably working until like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, then back at work at like 7:30 in the morning. So when you're working like that day in and day out and you're working for somebody else, it can get so discouraging because I don't know about you, but where I've worked in the past, you're lucky if you get a 3% raise. And when you're making like $10 to $15 an hour, a 3% raise ain't. Okay? So that means to get like $1 raise, you have to work there for like 3-4 years. That's crazy. So I think that really contributed to my anxiety because I found myself in this cycle. I went to school, I did what I was supposed to do, and then I found myself in this cycle. Like I'm working my 9 to 5, I'm working really hard, and I'm trying to be super passionate about this, but I just find myself stuck. If I work here forever, I might, if I'm lucky, if I perform to what their standards were, and at that point I had like a different boss at that company like every 6 months. So if I performed at what their standards were, then I would get my 30-cent raise. And that's what I could hope for every year. I would hustle for a year to get a 30-cent raise. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, at this rate, I'm going to be working until I physically can't work anymore. I'm going to be working. I'm probably going to need a second job if we ever have a child. We were barely making ends meet, let alone, like, when you need clothes. When you start a job, you need so much stuff. I don't know, you know what I'm saying. When you get in that funk, it just, like, put me in such a dark place. And so now I finally have hope for change because I decide my own paycheck. I write my paycheck. If I want more money, I work harder that month. And then I am rewarded for it. I reward myself. Whereas another job, you're just sitting and waiting for someone to notice you. You're sitting and waiting for someone to see you did a good job. You're sitting and waiting for someone to quit so you can hopefully bump up a tiny bit and get a little bit of a raise. And I've known people who get bumped up in title and don't get a raise. So that's ridiculous. And to think that people are stuck in that mindset breaks my heart because I was there. I got so panicked thinking, oh my God, this is my life. I'm going to be working a 9 to 5 until I literally fall over in the parking lot on my way to the car. Like, that's just going to be my life. And I was not okay with that. I decided, no, that's not happening anymore. And so finally with this company, I researched so many companies. Guys, please understand, when I say I researched, I spent weeks, maybe months researching companies. And this was the only one that truly made me feel like I could write my paycheck. I decided how much I was going to make. I decided how much I was going to be able to support my family and how much time I was going to put into that. And that at first I couldn't wrap my mind around it, but then after experiencing it now for 4 years, I finally understand the true beauty of that. And I literally cry for people who don't understand it because imagine waking up one day and being able to write your paycheck. Like on a Friday, you're waiting for your paycheck to go in if you have direct deposit and you're waiting. and you got to write it based on your level of hard work, based on your commitment, based on your dedication. That would be baller, right? That would be amazing. You'd look forward to that paycheck so much. So just think about that. And that was one thing that just lifted my anxiety. So the next, oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna be on here for like an hour. The next thing that this company gave me was better health. So over the course of these 4 years, first I started more with my hair when like we were gonna get married and I really wanted to grow my hair out. So I tried our hair, skin, and nails, and my hair grew. Okay, so naturally what it would take in 6 months, it grew in 1 month. I could not freaking believe it. And it was stronger and it was healthier. It was amazing. So that, my skin health, I use our cleanser, I use our moisturizer in the morning, I use our moisturizer at night. Like, it's amazing how my skin has changed with these products. Losing weight. So after I had Hannah, I was very self-conscious, as most moms are, because your body was one way. Even if you weren't super happy with it, your body was one way, then you had your baby, and now it's a whole new body. Like, what? Like, I looked good when I was pregnant. Like, I was cute. And then Hannah came out, and I deflated, right? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so drop a 3 if you're a mom and you feel like you straight deflated after you had a kid. Drop a 3 in the comments, because I want to see those mamas who are struggling with me. But anyway, so I tried some of our products, and I'm more than happy to tell you exactly what I did, like my regimen and everything. And I have lost 10 pounds, so I'm almost back at my college weight. And I tightened the skin on my stomach, so I like actually wear a bathing suit. I know that might sound silly, but if you've gone through it, you understand. Like, looking in the mirror and not liking what you're seeing is awful, and no one should ever have that, especially when your body made a flippin' baby. Like, when your human body makes another human body, that's crazy, and you should worship that body. But it's really difficult when it's changed so quickly, and it's like, what the heck do I do? Because that's what happens. What do I do? I'm busy. I don't have time to be going to the gym 17 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't have time to be doing that. So for me, I found products I could just put on, like my lotion, or just spend an hour, like once a week, and I got my body back and better. That's the thing. I'm 10 pounds lighter than I was pre-Hannah. So that was crazy. And then my energy, holy moly. Being a mom is no joke. Being a mom and being a business owner is no joke. So I needed energy bad. And so my coffee in the morning, and then I call them our energy pixie sticks. Those things are bomb. And if you want more info on that, let me know, because we take those like almost every single day. They boost my mood, so I'm in an awesome mood, and they boost my energy, so I'm like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to keep up with Hannah, and it's so funny. So anyway, and the next thing was time with Hannah. So because of this business, I now have time with my daughter. I'm able to stay home full time with my child. And although there are days when I need help, just because, come on now, I love Hannah, but like occasionally I'd like to go to the bathroom without someone watching me. Occasionally I'd like to tidy up the house a little bit. I don't know, like maybe put a dish in the dishwasher. Occasionally I'd like to shower, just those things. So although our moms still get time with her, I have the choice to be with her full time. That means I am not calling out when I am sick. I am not requesting vacation time. I am not calculating the time off that I have minute by minute, hoping that I have enough to get through the next flu. When I got pregnant with Hannah, let me tell you, I had so many illnesses at one time. The doctors are kind of like, sorry, I don't know what to tell you, because you can't take anything. So I had like an upper respiratory infection, and a mix of an upper respiratory infection and the flu at the beginning. And at the end, I got a stomach virus and another infection. It was like, what? And every time I had to call out of work, and I had to calculate that time, because I knew my maternity leave was also calculated. So that was so crazy. And just to have that time, I cannot express to you what it means. I'm trying to be like peppy about this and not sad. I can't express to you what it means to put my baby down for a nap. I cannot express to you what it means to know what her routine looks like. When I first went back to work, Hannah was only 8 weeks old. And she was so little, and she needed her mom, you know? And some people love going back to work, and if you love what you do, I'm so happy for you. I hope you know how happy I am for you. But I needed my child. It wasn't that I didn't like what I did. I loved my students. Like, I would have brought most of them home to like keep. But I needed to be with my child. Like, that was my passion. So leaving her every morning, I had to wake her. I do not like waking up my baby. So I had to wake her up in the morning way before she normally would have woken up to be taken to one of our parents' houses, which I'm so thankful for them, but that was hard to get her up and then to leave her. Talking about her always makes me emotional, but if you're a parent, you understand. So I'm trying to be vulnerable with you guys and super candid, because if I'm not, who's going to be, right? So I'm hoping I inspire other people to be candid with each other as well, especially as mothers, especially as business owners. Like, we need to be real. So anyway, so I freaking love my kid, you know, like, just spending time with her is so amazing. So I remember I would get home like 7 o'clock, 6 or 7 o'clock every single night, and that's when she's going to bed. So I would get up, wake her up, basically put her in a car seat, so I'd have 5 minutes with her. Literally, I'm trying to be real, literally 5 minutes with her in the morning. I would work all day, and then I would come home and put her in bed. That sucked. And if you've ever done that, you know how bad it sucks. And so, especially because I was talking about my mental health, that is not good. That was not good for my mental health. So then it took a bigger toll on me, which affected my work, and it affected my child, it affected my marriage, it affected my health, it affected everything. And so I just remember holding her and just praying to stay home. I would just pray for it because I missed her so much. Like, the time, I think there were a few aha moments. Like, one time I brought my mom to the pediatrician with us. I don't like going alone because if she gets like shots or anything, I freak out. So I always have someone with me, and of course John was working, and because that's all we did. But I brought my mom, and the doctor's like, well, what is her eating schedule like? You know, she wanted to know how much she was eating and all that, and I just froze. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And I turned to my mom, because my mom knew my child's eating schedule. And for some people, that's so little. Like, who cares what time she eats lunch? My answer is I cares. I care what time my kid eats lunch. I care what she's eating, how much she's eating, what she likes to eat, what she doesn't like to eat, the faces that she's making while she's eating, the things she likes and doesn't like. I care about all of those things. And so for me to have to turn to my mother, and of course I love my mom for helping me with Hannah. Like, I'm so glad they have that relationship. But to have to turn to her about something so simple that I didn't know about my own child, that was one of my moments. Like, I'm sorry. F this. I'm not doing this any longer than I have to. I'm not doing it, period. Just to make a paycheck that only covered the bills, and we still struggled. I was not working 12 hours a day to struggle. That is crap. And no one should ever think they have to do that, because that is a scam. I have people come into me thinking that any business, any network marketing business is a scam. I'm sorry, boo-boo. I don't know who told you that, but working a 9 to 5 that you hate, if you love it, that's totally different. If you love your job, that is totally different. Please keep loving your job. I love that you love your job. But if you hate it, if you despise going to work, if you despise Sunday night or whatever your weekend is because you know you're going to work the next day, if you hate leaving your kids, if you hate having to call out for work, then you are being scammed, boo-boo, because you are barely paying your bills, because you are worth so much more. Because I know everyone has passion. Everyone has passion for something. I don't care who you are, what your background, where you live, whatever. You have passion for something. And if you can do what you're passionate about, you are worth writing your own paycheck. You are worth unlimited weekly bonuses. You are worth making more money than you have ever known existed in your life. You are worth that. So to think that you have to work 1, 2, 3 jobs, working 7 days a week, working your butt off to support your family, that is not the case. That is not true. You have been lied to. And I hate that, because you are worthy of everything. You, I don't care what you tell yourself when you go to bed or wake up in the morning or when you look in the mirror, you are worthy of having everything in your life. So, okay, anyway, sorry, I'm getting off my soapbox because I'll go on for like 4 days. So, to feel like I was working 12 hours a day, waking my baby up and then putting her to bed, that's all she knew of me, was ridiculous. And then I just paid our bills. That's it. I didn't even cover John's bills. It's not even like I was covering everything. So it just wasn't worth it to me. And to know that as a teacher, I was not about to get a raise, right? There were not raises lined up for me unless I went and got my master's or my PhD. And who's going to pay for that? Not me, because I was barely covering my bills. So for me, it made sense to be home with my child. And to be home with my child is the greatest blessing in the entire world. She wakes up when she is ready and she sees my face, and we play and we snuggle. And yes, there are times when she shows a side of herself that I'm like, oh Lord, I duplicated myself. But even in those moments, I have to laugh, because I'm like, I am here watching this. I am here watching you throw a fit, and it is hilarious. And I am so thankful I'm watching you throw yourself to the ground and try to bite the tile. I am so grateful that you just had a blowout on me. I am so grateful that you just spit your food out. And I got to see it. You know, because in those moments when her teeth are coming in and she doesn't feel good and she just wants mama, and those times when I don't know, she has like a fever, which is very rare, but when she just needs to cuddle one of us and I'm here, those are the times when I'm like, I don't care what having my own business means. I don't care how busy I am. I don't care how tired I am. It is so worth it for those moments. Any doubt, any negativity from other people is so worth it, because I know I write my paycheck. I know that my child knows who I am. I know that as she grows up, I will be at field trips. I will be that psycho mom that is going to meet the teacher and writing letters and buying the teachers gifts and volunteering in the classroom. I will be that mom. I will be the mom holding other people's kids' hands at field trips. I will be the mom watching your children at a field trip. Because I chose to take a leap of faith with a company that I knew would get me where no job ever would. I'm going to be that mom, and my child is going to grow up knowing that my mommy is an entrepreneur and she kicks butt every day owning her own business. And that is amazing. And if my kid grows up to own her own business, that will be because she was led by example. Okay? So, woo! I get passionate. But anyway, so time with my child. That's why I take notes, y'all, because I will just go. Okay, I know this is going so long, so I thank any of you who are watching, and please tag people that you think need to hear this, even if they just need to hear part of it. Big, listen to the second minute of this. But anyway, so thank you. But I'm going to keep going because there's one more thing, and I want you to drop a 5 if you have dreams. So I should literally see like a billion 5s popping up here if you have any dreams at all, because this business allows me to dream like I never have before. Like before, I would dream of covering my bills, and that, you get to take a breath when your bills are paid. But then you realize they're going to be due again in a month, and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to do that my 9 to 5? Can I please pick up an extra shift? Who can I cover for? Oh my God. So not having to do that was pretty much my only dream when I first started. Just being able to cover bills and not stress about it. But now I have a dream to get us debt free. So that includes our cars. That includes, we have so much credit card debt, student loans. We have so many student loans. Just everything. Our future house. We have dreams for our future house, and we talk about it. And it's like, I don't know. I think before I started this business, I would have thought that I would have just bought what I could afford and just stayed there because I could afford it. But now we're like, we're going to buy land and we're going to build this house. And, we just dream, and it's so exciting. And we love picturing Hannah just in this amazing dream house. We don't know where it is yet, but it's coming our way, and we know that. Helping people reach their goals. So I had someone ask me, Emily, what are you passionate about? Because, again, when you're passionate, you just get so much fire in your belly for it. And I had to stop, and I was like, my passion is helping people. I don't care how I'm doing it. Like, I call myself an over-volunteerer because I don't care how I'm helping people. I just want to help them. So if that means I'm helping you lose weight so you feel good about yourself, that is my dream. If that is helping you get healthier skin, that is my dream. If that is helping you make life-changing income, that is my dream. If that is helping you stay home with your kids, that is my dream. If that is helping you buy your dream home, buy your car, buy your mom a car, retire your parents, retire your husband, retire yourself, get a fancy dog. I only say it because my fancy dog is right there. Whatever your dreams are, get your nails done every month, get a pedicure every month, get your hair done, get someone else's hair done, go to the grocery store and buy the groceries for the person behind you. Whatever your dreams are, if I can help you get there, that is what I'm passionate about. And this weekend we actually got to serve and make food bags for people who don't have food. And these children, I can't go into it, but there are children all over the world who do not eat. We live in air-conditioned houses that can withstand hurricanes, right? Withstand? Oh, Jesus, I need a nap. Withstand hurricanes. So to think that there are countries, and even in our country, where children who are 5 years old weigh like 12 pounds and their parents don't even name them because they don't know if they'll survive because they don't have food and water and clothes and shelter, that is not okay with me. Okay, so my biggest passion is helping people, and this company not only already helps those people, but gives me a platform to make the money to help those people and to have the freedom of time to donate my time to these people who need it so badly. We go home to our fluffy beds and our couches and our cable television that costs more than like a week of groceries, and these children just want a sip of clean water. So to be able to help them, to be able to send food, send money, give my time in any way, that is what I'm passionate about. So yes, I love this business, but it's because it is my vehicle to reach my dreams. It is my vehicle to stay home with my child. It is my vehicle to help you reach all of your dreams. And it is my vehicle to feed children all over the world, to clothe them, to give them the health care that they need. Like, that is my dream, and this company allows me to do that. Sorry. Getting teary-eyed always makes me like super snotty. That's TMI, but whatever. Okay, so on top of all of that, I want to spoil my family, right? I want to build my parents' house. I want to retire my parents. And I'm taking time on this video because, first of all, I want you to feel it and I want you to be inspired, but also I'm putting it out there so you all hold me accountable. I am building our dream house. I am building a dream house for my parents on our property so that they can see Hannah whenever they want. I am having more children because we can afford it. I am going to be in the Millionaires Club in our business. I am going straight to the top, and you are going to either watch or join me. Those are your two choices. Okay? So I lost track. Oh, this is real life. Welcome to the show of craziness. So spoiling my family, feeding children all over the world, keeping us home with Hannah, giving Hannah everything she wants, not spoiling her. I am not raising a butthole, but you know what I mean. Giving her the clothes she needs, giving her the food she needs, giving her amazing birthday parties, amazing Christmases, amazing vacations with her family, having future babies that we can do everything for. Yes, Katie Beth, you are absolutely coming to the top with me, and we are going to be doing a live like this together very soon in January. But anyway, so I can't wait to see you. Anyway, but on top of that, John and I have some crazy dreams, and I'd really like to share them with you. I hope you can stay tuned and listen. So I have a dream that one day I'm gonna go into Publix, right? Because I love Publix. Like, who shops at Publix? And I want to buy gift cards. Like, I'm just gonna start like $500 gift cards, right? and I'm going to give them to the manager or something. I'm going to figure this out. I don't know how yet. If you know how, tell me. And just tell them to anonymously give it to the next 5 people that go through a line in the grocery store. Like, can you imagine if you're buying groceries, like you're struggling, you're buying groceries, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, someone paid for $100 of your groceries. How life-changing would that be? So I want to do that. John's actually part of a nonprofit now that he would like to be able to put a lot of money. Yes! Sorry, you guys are amping me up. That he would like to put a lot of money and time towards being able to go to schools. I want to, as a past teacher, a retired teacher, I would love to be able to go into classrooms and just say, what do you need? Here's a palette of crayons. Here's a billion notebooks. Here's pencils. Here's paper. Here's hand sanitizer. Here's a gift because you are amazing, because you are teaching our future generations. Here is whatever you need. I want to be able to do that school-wide and then eventually county-wide. Oh my gosh, there are so many teachers in Volusia County, but I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to go to the county, write a check and say, this is for teachers to buy crayons for their classroom. This is for teachers to buy dry erase markers for their classroom, whatever. I want to be able to do that. Just big dreams like that. That's just all we hope for, honestly, just to help people and pour into people and give back our time and our money. And thanks to this business, before that would have never been possible, guys. I would have worked until I was at least 80 and then hoped I had some kind of stingy little retirement. I didn't even invest in a retirement account because I didn't have the money, and my company sure as heck wasn't putting money in my retirement account for me. So now I know that my income is only going to grow, and I am writing my freaking paychecks. Can you imagine writing your paychecks? So to know that, and to know that the harder I work, the more money I will make, and I am rewarding myself for my hard work and my passion and my commitment and my dedication, I can only imagine what my paycheck this time next year is going to be. It will be life-changing. And so we have all these crazy, amazing dreams, and I know they are happening. They are coming our way, and it is going to be awesome. So most of all, above everything else, this business gave me a platform because you amazing people, all of you who are listening to me. And I'm hoping that that will push you to go after your dreams yourself. I don't care what your dreams are, y'all. I don't care what they are. They don't have to be the same as mine. That's what makes the world go round. So I just want you to be challenged to go for it and feel inspired and know that you can have and be and do anything, and you are so worth it. So hopefully this poured some life into you guys. I was feeling it on my heart so heavy that I just needed to give this to you, and I know this was a long live, but I appreciate you sticking around for the whole thing. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me a part of your Saturday. If you need me to pour into you some more, message me because I am so amped up right now. If you're curious about what I do and what is opening all these doors for me, please reach out because I'm more than happy to give you more information. You do not have to do what I'm doing just because I give you some information on it, okay? It's okay to ask questions. Nothing bad will happen. But I will see you guys later. Have an amazing weekend, and thank you again.